Hi, Scorpio. Welcome back to Moonveil Tarot. And if you're new here, hello and welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. I want to be honest with you about something because when I sat down to pull for you today and the energy started coming through, I actually had to pause for a second because what I'm feeling around you right now in terms of love energy is not something I come across every reading. There is someone who is so deeply, so completely, so entirely in love with you that the cards are almost overwhelmed by it. And I don't say that to be dramatic. I say it because it's the most accurate way I can describe what's coming through. This isn't a situationship. This isn't complicated feelings. This isn't someone who kind of likes you and maybe one day might do something about it. This is love, real love, the kind that lives in someone's chest and keeps them awake and makes ordinary moments feel significant just because you were in them. And what's shifting right now, what the divine intervention piece is all about, is that the holding back is ending. And what comes out when someone who has been holding back this much love finally lets it go is everything. Drop a comment right now and say, I claim this. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do that now and turn on that notification bell. Okay, let's pull an oracle card for their energy first. Then we get into the tarot. Okay, first oracle card. I have never felt this way about anyone, and that terrifies me and excites me at the same time. And your guides led with this because it explains everything about why the holding back happened in the first place. Because this person isn't someone who falls easily. They're not someone who hands their heart out to just anyone. They've probably had their own history of being careful, of not going all in until they were sure. And what happened when they encountered you, when they started to really know you, really see you, really feel what exists between you, caught them completely off guard, like they weren't prepared for the specific quality of what they felt. And I want to be really clear about what never felt this way about anyone means, because it doesn't mean they haven't loved before. It means what they feel for you has a different quality, a different weight, a different level of certainty underneath it. Like previous feelings had question marks, this one doesn't. And things we've never felt before tend to make us careful to the point of holding back, careful to the point of staying quiet longer than we should. Careful to the point where the love builds so much pressure behind the holding back that careful stops being an option. Okay, second oracle card. They've been protecting you from the size of what they feel, but they can't anymore. And this is so important for understanding the divine intervention piece of this reading. Because the holding back wasn't indifference. It wasn't uncertainty about you. It wasn't them playing games or keeping you at arm's length for strategic reasons. It was a specific kind of care. Like, what I feel for this person is so large that if I say it all at once, it might overwhelm them, might be too much too soon, might change everything before I know it's the right moment to change it. And so they've been holding it, managing it, letting it out in small doses through small moments. And the oracle card is showing me that the management is ending, not because they stopped caring about how this lands for you, but because the love is larger now than their ability to contain it. And that's the thing about love that builds in silence. It doesn't stay contained forever. It finds its own pressure point. And the pressure point has arrived. And what's about to pour out is everything they've been carefully holding back. The Lovers, the Ace of Cups, the Nine of Cups. The Lovers is showing me soul level recognition here. Not just attraction, not just compatibility, not just good chemistry or shared interests or the comfortable feeling of being with someone who gets you. The specific feeling of this person, this is the one. I recognize something in them that I've been looking for without even knowing I was looking. And the Lovers card is one of the most significant cards in the deck when it comes to love. It doesn't show up for casual feelings or temporary attractions. It shows up for the specific experience of encountering someone who fits something in you that you didn't even know how to shape until you found them. And that's what they found when they found you. Something that fit, something that answered a question they didn't know they were asking. And the lover's recognition, once it lands, cannot be unfelt, cannot be reasoned away, cannot be filed under something simpler just because simpler would be more comfortable to manage. And the Ace of Cups is showing me the current state of what they're carrying. The cup is full, completely full, fuller than they planned for it to get. Every experience with you, every conversation, every moment they've spent thinking about you in the quiet, every time your name came up and something shifted in their chest, it's all in the cup. And the cup has been filling for longer than either of you might realize. And the Ace of Cups overflow doesn't ask permission. It doesn't wait for the perfect conditions. It doesn't hold off because the timing isn't convenient. It just pours, because that's what full cups do. And what pours out of this specific cup, what comes through when the holding back finally ends, is everything they've been carrying since the moment they realized how deeply this goes. And the Nine of Cups is the wish card. The specific, fully formed, completely clear wish that someone carries when they know exactly what they want. And I want you to really feel this. Their wish is you. Not a vague wish for love or connection or something better in their life. You. Specifically, the specific version of a future that they keep returning to in their imagination has you in every part of it. And the Nine of Cups wish is the clearest possible signal of how real this is. Because we don't wish for things that don't matter. We don't build detailed visions around things we're half in on. And what they're wishing for, what they return to again and again in the quiet of their own mind, has your face on it and your name on it and the shape of something they are done waiting to actually have. The Wheel of Fortune, the Judgment card, the Eight of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune is divine timing. The click of the cosmic wheel landing exactly where it needs to. And it's answering the why now question with the most complete answer possible, because everything is finally in position on your end, on their end, in the circumstances between you. The Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter energy, and it's expansive and it's abundant, and it's the specific kind of luck that arrives bigger than you planned for. And the divine intervention this reading is about isn't one thing happening, it's multiple things aligning at the same time. The readiness on their end meeting the readiness on your end. The pressure of the holding back reaching its natural conclusion, the cup being full enough to overflow. And the wheel is the universe saying, all of those things are aligned right now at the same time. And simultaneous alignment is the specific condition that produces movement that nobody could have forced on their own. And the Judgment card is the awakening. The moment that arrives and doesn't ask for permission. The can't be suppressed anymore energy. And it's showing me the specific internal shift that happened in them. The moment where the holding back became more uncomfortable than the saying it. Where the weight of the unexpressed love became heavier than the fear of what happens when you express something this size. And I want you to understand something about the Judgment card in this position. It doesn't arrive in people who are casual about what they feel. It arrives in people who have been holding something so real and so significant for so long that the holding becomes unsustainable, and unsustainable things reach their end point. And their end point has arrived. And what comes out when the Judgment card sounds and the switch flips is the most honest, most complete, most unprotected version of everything they feel. And the Eight of Wands is speed, kinetic, fast-moving energy, things in motion that cannot be slowed down. And it's showing me how what they're carrying arrives, not gradually, not in carefully measured doses designed to not overwhelm you. Fast, direct, with the momentum of everything that was contained behind it, like a message that arrives in the middle of something else entirely, like a conversation that starts and suddenly you're somewhere neither of you expected. And the Eight of Wands is your phone. It's communication. It's the specific vehicle of something that's been waiting to be delivered. And the delivery is in motion. And the Eight of Wands, after the wheel clicking and the judgment awakening, is the universe saying this is no longer a question of whether. It's only a question of when. Okay, third oracle card. God orchestrated every moment that brought you to each other. None of this was accidental. And your guides are saying this with complete conviction. Because sometimes love feels like chance, like being in the right place, like lucky timing. And your guides are saying, look more carefully at how this person came into your world. Look at the specific circumstances that created the connection. Look at the moments that should have gone differently and didn't. Look at the things that had to happen exactly the way they happened for both of you to be in the same place at the same time with the same openness. And what you'll find when you look carefully is design, not luck, not coincidence. Design, something that could see both of you clearly and understood what was possible between you before either of you did. And divine intervention at play doesn't mean something external is forcing a situation into being. It means something larger than circumstance has been patiently and precisely arranging the conditions for what was always going to happen between you. The Two of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Star, the Hierophant. The Two of Cups is the real meeting. Not just two people in the same space. Two people in the same honest space at the same time. And it's the destination of everything the wheel has been turning toward. The moment where what they've been holding meets what you've been feeling, and both of you are suddenly in the same landscape. The same truth, the same honest place. And I want to say something specific about the Two of Cups in this position. It comes after the holding back, after the contained for too long, after the almost moments and the cup filling quietly, and the Nine of Cups wish building. And Two Cups meeting after that much buildup has a specific quality of relief to it. Like, finally, both people, all of it on the table. And finally, between two people who were always going to be in this moment, is one of the most complete feelings two people can share. And the Knight of Cups is riding toward you. Heart completely out, nothing held back. And the Knight of Cups, after everything we've seen in this reading, the Judgment awakening, the Eight of Wands speed, the Ace of Cups overflow, the wheel clicking, this is the movement made real. The actual doing something about it, the reaching, the saying the thing, the finally delivering what's been carried for so long. And the Knight of Cups doesn't do this strategically. He doesn't calculate the best approach or wait for conditions to be perfect. He moves because the feeling became impossible to hold, and the Judgment card sounded and the wheel clicked, and every reason to stay quiet was outweighed by one reason to speak. And the reason to speak is you. And the movement toward you is already in motion. And the Star is the hope that stayed lit. The quiet, persistent, won't go out kind. And it's for you. The specific hope you've been carrying about what could exist between you and this person. Maybe you've named it. Maybe it's been something you've held privately without fully saying it out loud. Maybe there have been moments you almost let yourself believe it and then pulled back because you didn't want to want something that might not be there. And the Star in this position is the universe telling you, the hope was right. What you sensed was there, what you felt in the almost moments, what you read in the way they look at you, what you've been quietly holding on to. All of it was calibrated to something real, and hope that's calibrated to something real doesn't go out. And yours has been burning for exactly the right reason. And the Hierophant is the lasting quality of what this is. And I really want you to feel this one. Because what the Hierophant is showing me about what's being declared, what comes out when the done holding back finally arrives, is not a feeling of the moment. It's not something that lives in the heat of finally saying it and then fades when the heat does. The Hierophant is grounded, serious, rooted in something that intends to endure. And what they're about to offer you is offered with that quality of intention, with the full weight of everything that went into the holding back. All the examining, all the processing, all the this is real, this is significant, this is worth being careful with. And what comes out of that much careful carrying is not casual. It's the kind of thing that has been prepared to last. Okay, tea leaf cards. 6 of them. First tea leaf card. Someone who lights up in a way they can't hide. Every time you're mentioned, and this is the central image of the whole reading made completely visible, because it's been happening in ways they might not fully be aware of. The specific quality of their attention changing when you come up in a conversation. The way something in their face shifts. The thing that happens in their eyes that the people around them have probably noticed, even if they've had the politeness not to say anything out loud. And there's a specific quality to the lighting up that can't be faked. It's not a smile someone chooses to perform. It's the involuntary thing. The thing the body does when the heart responds to something before the mind can manage it. And the tea leaf card is showing me that the people in their world have been watching it happen for a while. Next tea leaf card. A love so specific it could only be for you. And this is the tea leaf card that moved me the most when it came through, because the love they're carrying isn't generic. It's not transferable. It's not, I want to be in love and you happen to be available, or I want connection and you fit the shape of what I'm looking for right now. It's specific to you, to the particular things about you that nobody else has. The way you think about things, the way you express yourself, the specific things you care about, the quality of your attention when you give it, the way you move through the world. And love that's specific to you cannot be redirected towards someone else. It doesn't work that way. And what they feel for you was formed around the specific person you are. And that means it only fits you. Next tea leaf card. The universe clearing the path, quietly, precisely, without announcement. And this is the divine intervention made completely visible in the tea leaves. Because the clearing has been happening. Things that needed to move out of the way have been moving. Timing that needed to align has been aligning. Circumstances that needed to shift have been shifting. And none of it was loud about it. None of it announced itself. None of it asked for your attention while it was happening. It just worked. Quietly, in the background, while you were going about your life. And the specific things that were cleared, the obstacles, the wrong timing, the things that would have made this land differently if they'd happened sooner, were cleared with precision. And a cleared path means the only thing left is the walking toward each other. Next tea leaf card. Every almost moment between you, building toward one complete one. And this is one of the most specific tea leaf cards I've ever pulled. Because there have been moments, you know what I'm talking about. The moments that were almost something more, almost said, almost reached for. The conversation that went somewhere real and then pulled back. The look that lasted a beat too long. The moment where both of you felt something shift and neither of you named it. And those moments didn't disappear. They didn't evaporate or stop mattering or get canceled out by the pulling back. They accumulated, one at a time, quietly. And accumulation is exactly how the Ace of Cups gets full. One almost moment at a time. One held back feeling at a time. One moment of involuntary lighting up at a time. And the complete moment, the one where the almost becomes actual, is what all of them have been building toward. Next tea leaf card. You more loved right now than you might realize. And your guides placed this specifically for you because I know what it's like to sense something without being sure, to pick up on something that feels real and then second guess yourself because it hasn't been said out loud yet. And the tea leaf card is the universe lifting the curtain for a moment, giving you a direct look at what's on the other side of the holding back. And what's on the other side is someone whose love for you is fuller than you probably know, more specific than you realize, more certain than the silence has let you understand. And the more loved than you might realize isn't a comfort phrase. It's a statement of fact, based on everything the cards have shown us today. Based on the Lover's recognition and the Ace of Cups overflow and the Nine of Cups wish and the Hierophant's lasting intention, you are more loved right now than you have allowed yourself to believe. And the last tea leaf card, two people finally in the same story at the same time for real. And your guides ended on this because it's the most complete and the most honest image they could give you. Because there's been a version of this where both of you have been carrying the same story separately, them holding back and loving you in the private world of the Hermit, you sensing what might be there and carrying the star's hope quietly. Both of you in the same story but not yet in it together. And the finally in this tea leaf card is the shift where the separate private versions become one shared version, where both people are in the same story and both people know it and both people are saying it at the same time, out loud and for real. And for real is the most important part, because real means it happened. Real means it was said. Real means the cup overflowed and the night arrived and the almost moments finally became one complete, actual one. Okay, final messages from your guides. 6 cards. Open your heart all the way. What's coming deserves full access. And your guides want this to be the first message because it matters more than anything else they could say. Because sometimes when love is coming toward us, especially love this size, this specific, this carefully carried, the instinct is to manage how much we let in, to protect ourselves, to receive it partially while keeping part of the door closed, just in case this is too good to be real. And your guides are saying, not this time. Open your heart all the way, not recklessly, not without any wisdom about who you are and what you need, but fully, with the trust that what's coming was prepared for you specifically, that it cleared a path to reach you, that God orchestrated the moments that brought you here, and love that was that carefully arranged deserves to land somewhere fully open. Next final card. You are someone worth holding back for and worth finally speaking for. And your guides are saying this so tenderly because both things are true and both things carry equal weight. The holding back wasn't rejection. It was someone understanding the significance of what they felt and being careful with it, treating it with the respect that something real deserves. And the speaking, the done holding back arriving now, is the same love, the same respect, the same care moving into action. And you are worth both. Worth the careful holding back that said this matters too much to rush. worth the finally speaking that says this matters too much to stay silent. And someone who has held something this carefully for this long before releasing it is showing you something important about how much you are valued by them. Next, final card. The divine knew before either of you did. Trust the timing, and your guides are being so reassuring here. Because I know there might have been moments in the middle of this where the timing felt frustrating, where you wondered if what you sensed was real or if you were projecting, where the holding back felt like maybe you were reading something that wasn't actually there, and your guides are saying, the divine knew before either of you had words for what this was, before the wheel clicked into position, before the judgment card sounded. The divine could see both of you clearly and understood exactly where this was going and knew the timing needed to be what it was, not to make things difficult, but to make sure that when it arrived with everything behind it and ready on both sides. And the specific timing of right now is the divine delivering exactly what it's been preparing for you. Next final card, let it be easy. This kind of love doesn't need to be complicated. And your guides are saying this with such warmth, because sometimes when something feels this big, when the love is this significant, when the divine intervention is this present, when the holding back has been this long, we expect the arrival of it to be equally dramatic, equally complicated, full of conditions and negotiations and careful navigation. And your guides are saying, let it be easy. Because this kind of love, the never felt this way about anyone kind, the 9 of Cups wish kind, the lover's soul recognition kind, the Hierophant built to last kind, doesn't need drama to prove itself. It doesn't need to be complicated to be real. It can arrive simply, directly. 2 people who both feel the same thing finally in the same room saying so, and the ease of it is not a warning sign. It's the universe telling you this is the right thing, arriving exactly the right way. Next final card. Save this. Drop a comment when they finally say it. Save this reading right now. Bookmark it. Share it with someone today, because when you share something like this, what comes back to you is tenfold. And when they finally say it, when the done holding back arrives and the Knight of Cups delivers and the Ace of Cups overflows and 2 people are finally in the same story for real, drop a comment and tell us what happened. Because this is the kind of moment that deserves to be witnessed. And we want to be there when it does. And the very last card, they were never going to love anyone the way they love you. And they know it. They were never going to love anyone the way they love you. And they know it. And your guides saved the most complete truth for last. Because this is where every card in this reading has been pointing. The lover's recognition that doesn't arrive for casual things. The Ace of Cups that filled beyond capacity. The 9 of Cups wish that has your name on it. The wheel that clicked and the judgment that sounded and the 8 of Wands already in motion, all of it in service of this one truth. They were never going to feel this for just anyone. And they don't. They feel it for you, specifically, completely, in a way that has no comparison in their experience and no substitute anywhere else. And they know that. They've known it for a while. And knowing it is exactly what made the holding back so necessary and so heavy and so unsustainable. And knowing it is what makes the done holding back so completely and so beautifully inevitable. Okay, to bring this home, they are so in love with you. They are done holding back. And divine intervention is at play. and the cards showed us everything. The oracle cards showed us the foundation. They've never felt this way about anyone. They've been protecting you from the size of what they feel but can't anymore. And God orchestrated every moment that brought you together. The lovers showed us the soul level recognition. The Ace of Cups showed us the cup that's been filling and is now overflowing. The Nine of Cups showed us the wish that has your name at the center. The Wheel of Fortune showed us the divine timing clicking into place. The Judgment card showed us the awakening that ended the holding back forever. The Eight of Wands showed us how fast it's already moving. The Two of Cups showed us the real honest meeting coming. The Knight of Cups showed us the movement already in motion toward you. The Star confirmed your hope was always calibrated to something real. And the Hierophant showed us this was always built to last, and someone lighting up in a way they can't hide every time you're mentioned. A love so specific it could only ever be for you. The universe clearing the path quietly and precisely, every almost moment building toward one complete one. You more loved right now than you realize. Two people finally in the same story at the same time for real. All of it confirming they were never going to love anyone the way they love you. And they are done holding back. Claim this loves. Drop a comment and say, I claim this and I receive this love fully. And I am someone worth holding back for and worth finally speaking for. Because every word of that is true. Save this, share it today, and drop a comment when they finally say it. We want to know if this resonated. Please give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment and tell me what hit hardest. And if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe and turn on that notification bell. Take care of yourself. Bye, loves.